Say, I am the greatest. Look at us, mama, we made it. I'm going in like I'm bathing. Yeah, they had a buzz, but we shaved it. They got me feeling like some gauges, cause I'm in the air with it, baby. Had to get away from being basic and work hard on a regular basis. I'ma let them talk till it's my time, and I ain't gon' say shit. Give them bars like cages, and they still got a few more cases. You can unplug from the matrix and open your mind a little and see that it's fucking funny like a
loud and everything.
I'm a fast learner. You know what I'm saying? I type 55 words per minute. You know what I'm saying? Millisecond. You know what I'm saying? I do all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I am a people person.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All of that.
Yes.
55 words a minute?
55 words a minute. You know what I'm saying? Small words, just to put them in, the micro words, break them down. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, welcome, dog. That's a great introduction, dog.
Thank you.
Welcome. This is Talking Riches.
Thank you. Okay.
You know, we're Ron to Riches.
Got
one
you.
and only.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Heard a lot about you, brother. Heard a lot about you.
And today, guys, we have Cito, man, from Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy.
Yes.
You know, to the day I, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
They got a whole saying now on Bed-Stuy. So tell me something about Bed-Stuy that no one don't know about.
Oh, a whole lot of things. I can tell you a whole lot of things,
yeah.
But it might get some people indicted.
Yeah.
Bed-Stuy is a warm place. Bed-Stuy used to be a community, and as it grows right now and becomes popular because of Biggie, because of Jay, because of different entities that made it to a whole nother level and everything, white folks done came in to change Bed-Stuy. Bed-Stuy is a little different right now, but we still Bed-Stuy to the core. Yeah, you might get robbed, you might get hugged. Which one can happen? We don't know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We don't know.
You just gotta wake up and find out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You might get a cup of coffee, you know what I'm saying? You might get a bullet in your ass. You might get it funny, you might get something else. So you know what I mean? You might get some Brooklyn. You never know what you're gonna get in Bed-Stuy. Bed-Stuy is you know, Brooklyn all together, but Bed-Stuy is the heart of Brooklyn.
Correct. So, man, on the show, man, I like to talk about the foundation, man.
Sure.
Your family foundation and where you're from. So,
okay.
In the household, who raised you, man?
Oh, in the household? Well, my mother, I'm going to always give credit to my mom who raised me flat out. My father was always involved. I knew who my father was. He wasn't a mystery or nothing like that. I knew who he was. He owed me money. He owed me money, Pops. Owed me money. You know what I'm saying? Everything was cool for that part. And then, you know, I had my grandparents around, so I had entities around me. I was never like one of the kids that was just running around. I was a latchkey kid in the very beginning. You know, latchkey kid, you know. But I got a chance to get outside and step off the porch. You know.
Nice.
So
in New York, right? You know, so I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, right?
Oh, South Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay, got you. I got family out there.
So,
yeah.
What part?
I got family in North and South. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I know that's a thing with y'all. That's that's like that's like both sides of China right there against each other, something like that, bro. That damn wall in between. You know, I know it's different, but you know, I got family on both sides and everything. So yeah.
So growing up in New York, man, what was it like as a kid growing up?
Growing up in New York made you to the point where you had to be on point. You had to keep your head on the swivel, how they say. You know what I'm saying? You really had to know what's going on around you and be very, very aware of your surroundings. It make you tough. If you can grow up in New York, especially in the crack wars of the 80s,
right?
You know what I'm saying, to the wild 90s, where everybody had a damn tech. Was they giving them away? I don't know what they was giving away, like textbooks, grown tech. But the point is that New York in the early times was a lot of culture. It was very culture based. Hip hop culture. You learn, you know, your black culture. You had the 5%ers out here and different, you know, different entities and everything. Even gang culture, when it made its way here, was its own little culture and kind of changed and morphed into what it morphed into. So, you know, New York is a burning, like this how they say, the burner pot of everything going on. It's a big old cup of gumbo. You know, so New York is something else. You got everybody in New York. Like I said, my grandmother was from North Carolina. My grandfather was from Georgia. But his descent goes back to Jamaica. So I'm saying hers Native Indian. So and then that's only my mom's side. So then other side is Bajan and Trinidadian. So it's just it makes me nigga. That's what it makes me. It makes me black. I'm black. You know what I'm saying? If there's a term black as fuck, I am black. I'm blue black. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this fool you. I'm black. I'm melanized. I should be on the Avengers for my melanin powers. I'm something else. So you know.
Oh my God, man. So what are some principles that your family instilled in you that you still use today?
First of all, be real. Be as honest as you can. Because you know, honesty. People want you to be honest, but they don't really want you to be honest. And everything. They don't want you to tell you their breath stink during their wet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want everything. But my thing is that they instilled me, first of all, structure. I got family structure. Some people don't have that. You know, I was at family functions. I know my elders and respect your elders at that time. You know, we had respect for our elders. I mean, we all did run around and everything. I've been out there. Y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, my face look familiar and everything because I might have robbed you. But my point is, I'm a different dude now. All I'm saying is that they instilled certain values, and I have certain values. But I always say I'm a mesh between my mother and my father. Street like my father, but stabilized like my mother.
Nice.
So I go both environments.
With that, you know, little Cito growing up, you say, you know what, I want to be a comedian.
Okay.
Who did you study, and who kind of introduced you to the world of comedy?
First of all, I come from a funny family. My mother's side of the family is just funny for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always, and believe it or not, I am the quiet one of the family. I am not the loud one in the family. There's people in my family that they still don't address the fact that I do comedy because I'm the least one to have done comedy.
Right.
My little brother and sister are funnier than me naturally. They can't write a joke and say they like it, but they are funny for no reason, you know. And me coming from a radio background and things of that nature, you know, it's a lot. So I always had funny structure in my family. I knew what a joke was. I knew who was funny and who wasn't. I knew what would work and what wasn't. That's why it was easy for me. And then coming from a music background, it all meshed together. So that's what I do.
Nice, man. And was there a specific comedian like Richard Pryor or Eddie Murphy that you kind of study?
Well, no, I studied them all. I studied
nice.
all the greats. But if I have to say somebody in particular who kind of touched me in a certain way, everybody says Eddie. You know, everybody says Eddie. But then also Red Fox. Red Fox to me is just a naturally funny individual. Like, Red Fox can come in here right now and then learning his backstory from being being with Detroit Red, and you know what I'm saying, I forgot off the top of my head, I forget where he's from.
Right.
But they were both the Reds and everything, and how deep things go with them. It just makes me understand them more, and that's how far that I studied into it. You know, knowing that Eddie Murphy, you know, even Charlie Barnett.
I don't know.
See, you don't know Charlie Barnett?
I don't know Charlie Barnett.
Okay, now Charlie Barnett is where you get Dave Chappelle from. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Barnett was one of Dave Chappelle's biggest influences as far as his career. If you watch Charlie Barnett, you see Dave Chappelle, the way he talks, even to the bald head and everything. Charlie Barnett was from an old movie called DC Cab. He was supposed to have Eddie Murphy's role on Saturday Night Live, but he didn't get it because he couldn't read. So Charlie Barnett was somebody who just came out here, and he would stop over there in West 4th and Times Square and different areas and just draw a crowd and kill. You know, so when Dave Chappelle came out here, he took him under his wing and things of that nature. So it's a lot of his influences with Charlie Barnett. So, I mean, those influences, I study comedy, I just love the funny. So it's funny with me, it's gonna ride.
Nice.
So that's the rule in my house. It's funny, it's gonna ride.
Developing your craft, right? And developing your own I'll say your own personality into comedy. You know, some people come stage, you kind of know their brand.
Okay.
So how did you develop your own brand and style of comedy?
Well, that's a good question, because basically, I could almost say it's a style that isn't a style.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I think that the people say that so much and everything, but it's a damn style. What it is that I just meshed into me. I'm a very complicated individual.
Right.
If I broke down my resume of things that I've done and been a part of, I'm a complicated person, you know.
Break it down real quick.
I go from 5%er to gang activity to, you know what I'm saying, Nation of Islam to black culture, learning to Ifa to, you know what I'm saying. I'm very complicated in my background and how I live, you know, and with a little bit of Caribbean background, but they don't claim me, you know what I'm saying. My beef patty don't come with no cocoa bread. You know what I'm saying? They don't claim me out there. You know what I'm saying? I can't get it. You know what I'm saying? I have so much meshed into me that it just makes Ace. You know what I'm saying? It just makes Ace who he is. And with a name like Zanders, you know what I'm saying? With a Z, last on every damn list. That people thought I was African growing up. I mean, it's just who I am.
Nice.
You know? I say, you know, my name is Ace Zanders, comedy from A to Z.
And with that, man, see, you gotta create your own style since you have basically your life experience.
Yes.
You have different spectrums of life.
Yes.
From being a Nation of Islam to being, you know, in a music world to you have a lot of story to tell.
A whole lot.
Why is it important for someone to live life first to actually implement their comedy into it?
Well, comedy is expression. So if you have no experiences, and you have to have the good times, the bad times, the fun times, the great times, the horrible times, the crying shame times. Comedy brings out all of that. I've heard a lot of comics say that comedy comes from pain. You know, me experiencing so many different things, being a short kid, you know what I'm saying, always having to fight, y'all told motherfuckers ain't never got to fight, you know what I'm saying? Y'all told for no damn reason. Nobody challenged y'all. I'm fighting y'all and everybody else. I had to go through a lot growing up. You know, and here in Bed-Stuy, you had to be right for your knuckle game. And then as we got older, went to other things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you had to be on point. Even when on my way here today, I got to have my street face on. You know, I got to be ready for whatever comes around. And this being my old neighborhood, you know, I don't know who I might run into. You know what I'm saying? I might run to old teacher, not old homework. You never know what somebody can come with. You know, you never know what. You know.
Oh my God. So. With that, you know, what was the first time you raised the stage, and what was how did you feel that before you ever hit the stage? Was it a moment for you? Explain that.
Well, I have kind of like two beginnings. Okay. The first time I ever did stand up actually on stage was at Gotham. It was a special night at Gotham. You know, it was associated with the station I was on, WBAI, Peace and Justice Radio, and I did hip hop at that station. So the thing was. It was associated with them loosely. I went up on a dare, and I went up and did some time. It went pretty good, but I didn't do it again for a long time, for years actually. So my second time was at the Comfort Cafe, which was here in New York, was a very influential. A lot of people did, a lot of big names did that. My brother in crime, you probably gonna meet tonight, Javon Johnson. You know, one of my day ones from like 4 years old. He pushed me up, and he actually changed my stage name that night. Changed my stage name that night, and it just started me off from there. And we just been rocking from that point on.
Nice.
And that was about 8 years ago. No, about 7 years ago. It's about 7 years ago.
Nice. And that was like a butterfly feeling, like, oh man, I'm about to get on the stage, and hopefully I make people laugh.
Well, I'll tell you this much. It felt like it was like a new beginning. It was a new beginning from a stage background, being an MC and being a battle MC. And doing different things and being in front of people, I was more calm than I thought I would be. You know what I'm saying? I had jokes, but I hadn't mastered them.
Right.
You know, and you still gotta learn yourself up there. Trust me, everybody think they're funny, everybody think they can get in front of people, but it's a whole different science. It's a science to everything. It's a science to driving a car, it's a science to cutting hair, it's a science to everything you do, and comedy's no different. You know, and comedy is temperamental. You know, you don't just stop comedy and think you're gonna get back to comedy and be funny. You don't be funny in your house and think just because you that you're gonna be funny over here. No, it's a science to it, you know, and that's why the greats are great, and that's why I study them. But doing that first time, getting up with him and getting on the stage and everything, he was hosting the show, and he introduced me, changed my name right there. I used to call myself by my street name, the Diamond Ace. Yeah. And he changed to Ace Zanders, just off whim, you know. And from there, it stuck, and it's been going from there.
Nice, man. So, what are some words of wisdom that you still stand by, that you use today? Either you got from your parents or your journey in comedy that you still use today, and how can someone reach out to you for mentorship and navigating?
Sure. I'm gonna tell you right now. Some of the realest thing I heard as far as this stage concerned is have fun. That's the best advice given to me by the same guy. You know what I'm saying? And as far as life and advice for life, be honest to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Watch what you say, because you're always listening internally. You know, watch what you say about putting yourself down, and don't rest your life decisions on other people. You know, think about the telephone. Somebody had to think of an invention about other people. You know what I'm saying? Other people being there. You have to go out on a whim. You know, you have to take chances. A person who never took a chance ain't never had a chance. So you have to go out and do what it is you do, and then find the science on what it is you do. Don't just go up. You know what? I'm gonna be rocket science, and I ain't never learned nothing about it. So I just say that to say, learn your thing, learn your craft, and mind your business.
Nice, man. So, how can somebody reach out to you for mentorship or a big brother?
Sure, you can hit me up on Instagram. I'm Ace_Zanders with a Z, and you can all social media platforms. You can look for Ace Zanders, Zanders. The last S is for savings. Nice. I don't know what I'm saving. I might save your ass. It might save me. But the point is, yeah, Ace Zanders.
Nice, man. So appreciate you, man.
Always pleasure, brother.
Yes,
pleasure,
sir.
brother. Pleasure's all mine.
Sir.
All right.